Today, I'll show you 3 of the best outdoor battery-powered wireless Wi-Fi security cameras of 2021. I know there's still no one camera that is the best, but these cameras have a feature or features that they are best at. So which features and which cameras? Let's find out. Hello guys, LifeHackster here. Today we are going to find out which is the best outdoor battery-powered wireless Wi-Fi camera for 2021. I'm going to tell you though that there is still no one perfect camera. One can be best in video quality but not reliable in motion detection. One can be good in alert notification speed but detects and starts recording motion events late. I narrowed it down to 3 brands because they're the only ones that offer a higher resolution than 1080p. And we're going to assume here that the higher resolution, the better. And these cameras can record in 2K quality resolution. This video is sponsored by Vessi. Last December, I got a hold of a pair of Vessis. And one thing that really caught my eye is that it is waterproof for a pair of sneakers. And it is not a spray-on coating. I did a bit of research and it is basically a patented knit material with an integrated layer called Dymatex, which is a membrane made from polyurethane with millions of pores, which are small enough to prevent water molecules from entering, but it is still breathable. So I got me a pair of their everyday sneakers and I love them. They're definitely waterproof and kept my feet warm and dry during the cold spell here in Texas. They're also pretty comfortable, that I literally use them every day even when I'm just inside the house. But I cannot recommend a product without testing them. Okay, so I have my pair of Vessis right here and I've been wearing them since last December. So we're gonna test and see if they're still waterproof after 3 months. It is waterproof. I don't feel anything. There you go, shake it off. And let's check it out. By the way, I always double knot my shoelaces. Dry as a bone. And now I can do the running man test with my Vessis. If you click the link below and use the code LifeHackster, you will get $25 off. There are a lot of other brands of outdoor battery-powered Wi-Fi cameras in the market today, but most of them can only record in 1080p resolution. So at least these 3 brands already have video quality in the bag. But it is not just video quality that you need to consider when buying battery-powered Wi-Fi cameras. You also have to consider how fast it notifies you when it detects motion, how far and accurate it can detect motion, and how soon it starts to record. And you also have to consider how fast and responsive their corresponding apps and if it has smart alerts or AI so as to decrease the false motion notifications. And you also have to consider how they record and save the footage. And finally, because you're looking for the best outdoor battery-powered camera, then you have to consider which is best in battery life. How long the battery will last before needing to be recharged. Now personally, this is the feature that I really don't care about, which I'll tell you why later on. Anyways, we will be comparing the Arlo Pro 3, which should be the same as the new Pro 4 as to video quality and most of its features, the Reolink Argus 3 Pro and the Eufy Cam 2 Pro. I know there is the Arlo Ultra, which is the only battery-powered Wi-Fi camera that is in 4K resolution. But it is way up there in the price that I can tell you it is not worth it. So it is not going to be included in this video. I do have review videos on these cameras and I will link it down below if you want to get more details on them. First, let's start and talk about subscription. The Eufy and Reolink have local recording, with the Eufy to its base station and with Reolink to a microSD card inserted on the camera itself. Now the Eufy will be better here because the footage is secured inside the house, so in any event that somebody will take or destroy the camera, the footage is still safe. Reolink has an option for cloud recording though if you want a backup of the footage. But you have to pay a monthly subscription. It is free for one camera though. Now as to Arlo, you can also do local recording to the base station, but this is mostly for backup. And the features of the camera will be crippled if you do only local recording. And to have all the essential features and get the most of the cameras, you do need to subscribe to their monthly plans. So for how the cameras handle and record the footage, I'll give this to Eufy for having local recording to its base station and no monthly subscription. I think this is the best setup for battery-powered Wi-Fi cameras. Now let's talk about pricing. The Arlo Pro 3, which is basically the same as the Pro 4, is priced around $190 to $200 a camera. The Eufy Cam 2 Pro needs a base station and one camera add-on is $150 or $167.50 per camera on a 2-camera kit with a home base. Now the Reolink Argus 3 Pro, which is also new, is only $110. So for price, I'll easily give this to Reolink. Now let's check out the video and audio quality. But before that, if you find this video and my other videos helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. And click the bell notification so as to get notified when I upload comparison videos like this video, product reviews, product updates, and long-term reviews. Thank you. So this is the video and audio quality of the Arlo Pro 3, and this is at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Video and audio quality of the Argus 3 Pro, and this is at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, So this is the video and audio quality of the M2 Pro, and this is at 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and running back. So this is the video quality of the Arlo Pro 3 at night, and with the infrared LEDs turned on and the spotlight is turned off, and with no lights. And this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30. This is the video quality of the Argus 3 Pro at night, and this with the infrared LEDs on and the spotlight is off. And this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30. So this is the video quality of the Eufy Cam 2 Pro at night, and this with the infrared LEDs on and there are no lights. So this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30. So the Eufy Cam 2 Pro doesn't have a built-in spotlight, so for color night vision, it will only be with the Arlo Pro 3 and the Argus 3 Pro. So this is the video quality of the Arlo Pro 3 at night, and this with the spotlight turned on and should be in color recording. And this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30. The video quality of the Argus 3 Pro at night and with the spotlight turned on and should be in color recording and no lights. And this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now, as to video quality, it is hands down the Argus 3 Pro. But its video quality at night is a measly 6 to 7 FPS, which Reolink already knows from my previous review, and they stated that they're working on updating this camera to get 15 FPS just like their older Argus 3, so hopefully soon. The Arlo Pro 3 is also pretty good, but the worst, and I have to call out Eufy on this one. The camera is more than capable to have better video quality, but Eufy uses a very high compression and low bitrate, which I recorded a 10-second footage and it has a file of 648 kilobytes or 0.64 megabytes. The Arlo on the other hand is 2.2 megabytes and the Argus 3 Pro has 6.7 megabytes, which means the Reolink Argus 3 Pro has 10 times more data on its footage compared to Eufy, and you can clearly see the difference. So we are going to test the motion alert notification speeds between these three cameras. We have the Arlo Pro 3, the Reolink Argus 3 Pro, and the Eufy Cam 2 Pro. And I'm on my LTE connection, and it is 5 o'clock. So let's check it out. There you go. All of them almost the same time. So with the Arlo, if you press and hold, you will get a snapshot preview where you can mute the notifications or activate the siren. When you click on it, it will go to live view. And with the Reolink, there's no rich notifications on it, but when you click on it, it will also go to live view, which there is some delay in streaming. And with the Eufy Cam 2 Pro, when you click on it, same thing, it has a snapshot preview, and when you click on it, it goes to a buffered video. And as you can see, as to cool off, the Arlo giving me an alert again, so there's barely a cool off with the Arlo. And with the other ones, you will see that you will get the Reolink and another one for the Arlo, and the Eufy Cam 2 Pro also. So all of them will have a cool off in less than a minute. These three cameras are capable of detecting motion of up to 30 feet. Arlo is the most reliable in my testing and can detect consistently at 30 feet. Reolink is not that reliable in this range, even if it's set to the highest sensitivity. 20 feet is its reliable working range together with the Eufy. Eufy can detect at 30 to 35 feet when human detection is turned off. But when it is on, it will only detect me and record at 20 feet. Now, a new test that I did, and will add this when I review battery-powered cameras from now on, will be to see how fast the cameras start recording when it detects motion. Going side to side at first, and then when the motion is going straight at the cameras, which is the main downside of PIR-based motion detection. Okay, so we are going to do a simple activity zone test, and this is only for the Arlo Pro 3 and the Eufy Cam 2 Pro, because the Reolink Argus 3 Pro doesn't have motion zones. So I've set the left side of the tape right here as the zones for both the Arlo Pro 3 and the Eufy Cam 2 Pro. So if I'm going to be on the right side of the tape, it shouldn't alert me. All right, good. It's not alerting me. And
we are gonna go to the other side. There you go. So both of them detected me on the right side. So activity zones, and did this simple test work on both cameras.
Overall, as to reliable motion detection, I have to give this to Arlo Pro 3, followed by the Eufy Cam 2 Pro and the Argus 3 Pro. As to app user experience, I have to give this to Eufy just because it has rich notifications and have a snapshot preview, and you can easily load up the footage because there is a buffered footage, so that you will see the start of the motion and not the live view. Compared to the Arlo, that it has rich notifications also, but when you try to load up the live view, there is a delay in opening up the camera. As to audio, I tested this with the sound meter in front about a foot from the middle camera.
So this is the audio quality coming out from the Eufy Cam 2 Pro. This is the audio quality coming out from the Arlo Pro 3. This is the audio quality coming out from the Argus 3 Pro.
All of them sounded fine. There is no one camera that is remarkably better. All of them have sirens that can be activated manually or when it detects motion. The Eufy Cam 2 Pro though has an anti-theft alarm that if somebody will remove the camera from its mount, the siren will go off. So I'll give this one to Eufy, which it also has a pretty good volume on the audio in the recordings. Now for battery life, and I know a lot of you wanted long battery life on their cameras. Just remember though, if you trade longer battery life by adjusting the settings in the camera, especially in how it records, you are trading the security part of the camera. You'll be trading it for lesser video quality, short recording times, and longer cool-off. So there is a great probability that you will have short video clips and not get the whole motion event, not detecting all the time, and lower video quality. So personally, I don't trade security for battery life. So I set my battery-powered cameras to have the best video quality and to record as long as there's movement. Now, if batteries don't last longer than a month, then you have to reconsider and probably purchase a solar panel to continually charge the camera's batteries or have it plugged in. Or even better is just to get a wired or plugged-in Wi-Fi camera, especially if it is a high-traffic area that you're trying to monitor. So for battery life, I have to give this to the Eufy Cam 2 Pro, which it has a built-in rechargeable but non-removable battery with 13,400 mAh capacity and supposedly will last for a year. For normal use though, it will probably last in the range of 6 months to a year. And compare this to the Arlo Pro 4, which has a rechargeable and swappable battery pack, but only has 4,800 mAh capacity and supposedly will last 6 months. And the Reolink Argus 3 Pro has 6,500 mAh capacity, so both Arlo and Reolink should average around 3 to 6 months of battery life. All of them have options for a solar panel for continuous charging of the batteries and will double, triple, or you don't even have to recharge them anymore. It really depends on how much motion traffic in the area you are monitoring. And for smart home integration, all of them integrates with Amazon Alexa and Google Home. And with the Arlo and Eufy able to work with Apple HomeKit and not the Reolink. But I'll give this one to Arlo because with Amazon Alexa, it now doesn't have the latency that it had before. It is as close as to real time. And Eufy and Reolink on the other hand will have this 15 or 20 seconds or more of latency. So all these cameras are outdoor rated, and with the Arlo with an operating temperature of -20 to 45 degrees Celsius, and the Reolink with an IP65 rating and operating temperature of -10 to 55 degrees Celsius, while the Eufy is IP67 rated and working range of -20 to 50 degrees Celsius. So what do you think, guys? Yup, there's still no one camera that I can name as the best outdoor battery-powered wireless Wi-Fi security camera of 2021. At this time anyways. But these three brands and models has some or most of their features already there. So any engineers or product managers from respective brands watching this video, if you can design and make an outdoor battery-powered camera that has the video quality of the Reolink Argus 3 Pro, motion detection and smart integration of the Arlo, home-based recording of the Eufy, and also their app responsiveness and battery life, then we will have the perfect and best wireless battery-powered Wi-Fi camera. Any questions? Comment down below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.